Hi, everybody. I am going to do a broadcast tonight to explain what a settlement is, when you should take them, what they are, how they affect you after they're paid, and if you are seeking a settlement, the amount that you should aim for. So if you think that this is something that you would be interested in, please stay tuned, share, comment, like, subscribe, and share it to your page so your friends can see. Let me give it a couple of minutes, give some people opportunity to come on. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. So I'm Shannon, I'm the owner of Payton Credit Services, and we are an organization that focuses on helping individuals and family improve their credit so that they're able to obtain home ownership, better jobs, or just an overall better financial situation. We believe that an educated consumer can make the best decisions, and the best way to do that is to educate you all, whether that be through video, phone calls, or emails, or just following our Facebook page. So we're going to start off by talking about settlements. So what are settlements? Are if you have a debt with an original debtor and you don't pay it, usually after 6 months to a year, then they will sell the debt to a debt collection company. Usually debt collection companies will purchase the debt for pennies on the dollar. So if you owe $1, then they'll purchase it for like 33 cents. Usually like 30. I'm not even gonna lie. That's my understanding of it is, and what I've always heard through the grapevine. So when they purchase the debt, they are purchasing it for pennies on the dollar, which means that they're for the full amount. So we're going to use $100 for easy math. So if you owe Joe Blow $100 and then you don't pay, then what'll happen is Sandy Sue or Sally Mae will go ahead and buy it for like $40, and then she'll still come after you for the full 100. When you pay her the 100, she's making $60 because she only paid 40%. Okay, so that's what settlements are. Now, how do you get them? You get a settlement when you either call to pursue it or when they offer you one. So after a while, what'll happen is when the debt collection company takes the debt, they're going to send you a letter. They're going to try to collect the full debt. Typically, people just ignore it like they did the original debt until they start sending you a settlement offer. Usually, when they send you a settlement offer, there's going to be certain things that you're looking for. The first thing is you want to aim to pay 45%. So if you owed $1,000, you want to aim to pay $450 or $5,500. Now, let's be clear. Anytime you leave or anytime you're paying and you're leaving more than $600 difference between the original debt and what you pay on it, then the collection or cancellation of debt that you'll have to pay taxes on. Do you mind closing that? So you'll have to do something that you have to pay taxes on, which is called a cancellation of debt. So you'll have to pay the taxes on the difference that you did not pay to the original debt. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're looking at these numbers. So the lowest is 45% that I've typically seen. So they'll deduct 55% of the original. Okay, when they do that, they'll give you 3 offers. They'll do like one lump sum payment. They'll usually do like a 3-month payment and then like a 6-month payment or like a 9-month payment, something to get it done quickly because they are in the business of making money off of you paying the debt. Okay, so have you guys ever had any questions about settlements where you were like, man, how did they come up with that number? If so, then, comment. Now, you can choose whichever of the 3 payments you decide that you want to take up. It's up to you and what you feel like your budget can handle. Okay, now, when you are doing the settlements, there are a few things that happen. So after you pay, the settlements, they're going to be listed on your credit report for being settled for less than what was originally owed on the debt. Debt collectors will usually stop calling you after you've completed a settlement. So sometimes if you can't, afford to pay whatever the full debt for whatever reason, then the settlement is a good option. I typically recommend that if the debt is below 250, to just pay it. I don't see the value in settling on a debt that's $250, because we can eat that like in a month. Most people do, they just don't notice it. The longer that a settlement is on your credit report, the less of a negative impact it has. Okay. Now, my personal opinions on settlements is, I especially recommend that you do them if you're unemployed or if you're underemployed, meaning you might have an extreme amount of debt. You just can't seem to address that debt, and that debt is preventing you from being able to do something. Like I said, if it's under 250, I would just pay the amount and just set out a payment plan, because anytime you're paying a collector or any debt company, as long as you're paying, they'll usually stay off your back. If you're not paying, that's when they start to pay more attention to you. Okay. Now, if you already are a homeowner or you own a car, you think you're going to be where you're at for like the next 3 years, then, a settlement will work for you too, especially if you think you're going to be where you are for at least 3 years, because usually after a debt is on your account for 2 years and it's negative, after 2 years, it doesn't have as much of a negative impact as it did previously. So I'm not sure how many viewers we have out there, but at this moment, if you guys have any questions, throw it out there. I'm about to open up the floor for question and answer if there's anybody out there who has any questions on debt settlements that may come to you in the mail from an original debt that you have. Today we're talking about settlements, when to take them, what to look for, and how to know that that's the best offer for the settlement that you're being offered. All right, sessions this evening. Then you all can learn more about my business and what I do at www.paytoncreditservices.com. And we also have a Facebook page, which is also labeled Payton Credit Services. You can find me on Instagram as Shannon the Credit Slayer, as well as my YouTube channel, which has quite a few videos to help you with improving your debt personally, if you feel like that going the route of credit repair and counseling isn't for you. And again, that YouTube name is Shannon the Credit Slayer. That's also my Instagram name, as well as my Facebook, which I can be found at Payton Credit Services. Thanks.